7 new rappers who have beef. When you think about rap beef, the first images that probably spring to mind are feuds between the titans of rap, filled with diss tracks, news headlines, and award show stare-downs. But the reality is that feuds start in the rap world every day, and even the newest faces in the industry are not immune to getting wrapped up in a good fight. While low-stakes beefs between newer artists may not attract the type of media attention that a feud like Drake and Pusha T's infamous showdown did, staying in the loop can help a hip-hop fan understand more about the current landscape of rap. For example, knowing that Tekashi 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd once feuded adds context to the shocking moment when Tekashi revealed, in front of a federal judge and seemingly without much prodding, that Trippie Redd was a well-known gang member. And as social media continues to become more and more prevalent in our everyday lives, it becomes easier for artists to step on each other's toes, be it intentionally or unintentionally. Before we get started, make sure you like the video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now, here are 7 new rappers who have had beef. Starting off at number 7, we have Lil Uzi Vert versus Ricch the Kid. Lil Uzi Vert and Ricch the Kid have had a long-running beef. The earliest record of their mutual disdain dates back to February of 2018, when Ricch the Kid expressed frustration that Uzi had not taken him up on his offer to sign to Ricch's record label, Ricch Forever, which Jay Critch and Famous Dex are both signed to. Uzi instead opted to sign to DJ Drama's Generation Now label, a career move that ultimately cost Uzi millions of dollars, significantly delayed his album Eternal Atake, and even had him contemplating retiring from the music industry in general. However, despite Uzi's frustrations with DJ Drama, he quickly dismissed Ricch, citing the small signing bonus that he offered him, only $20,000. This one interaction soured their entire relationship and started a feud that would last for nearly 2 years. In June of 2018, the tension became physical when the two engaged in a fistfight at a Starbucks after running into each other at the Roots picnic in Uzi's hometown of Philadelphia. Though Ricch continuously denied that Uzi's refusal to sign to Ricch Forever was the reason he harbored ill will against the money longer rapper, sources seem to agree. Multiple people from Ricch's camp have cited the issue as the main reason for the feud, as well as rap web show host Adam22. The duo continued the beef, with Ricch even releasing a subliminal diss track entitled Dead Friends. However, by the end of 2019, it seemed that the two had resolved their differences. During an interview on Big Boy's Neighborhood, Ricch confirmed that there was no bad blood between the two, and that the world was big enough for the both of them. Perhaps Ricch felt that all the trouble Uzi went through with his Generation Now deal was enough of a punishment. Number 6, Trippie Redd versus Slim Jxmmi. In 2019, Slim Jxmmi of Ray Shremmerd fame announced that he would be splitting from the duo that he had founded alongside his brother, Sway Lee. After announcing the start of his solo career, rapper Trippie Redd chimed in on Twitter. He finally realized that we only listened to Sway's parts, Trippie jokingly said, rehashing a long-standing meme about the duo. Jxmmi was quick to respond, tweeting back saying that he should stay in a child's place. Despite the fact that Sway and Jxmmi came onto the scene as the fresh-faced, party-loving little brothers of rap, neither of the boys are kids anymore. Jxmmi just turned 28, whereas Trippie is only 20 years old. Trippie and Jxmmi quickly took their beef to Instagram. Trippie decided to abandon any type of subliminal diss, instead posting that Jxmmi's music was outright trash. The soft blow was met by an equally half-hearted response from Jxmmi, claiming that Trippie can't fight. According to a thread on rap forum Kanye to the, Slim Jxmmi and Trippie ended up getting into an altercation backstage at Rolling Loud, but no video ever surfaced. So it's unclear if that's just something that actually happened or just a fan-made rumor. Either way, we haven't heard much about this feud in quite a while, so it seems that it's either fizzled out or they actually mended their relationship. At number 5, there's Lil Mosey versus Lil Tecca. Lil Tecca recently made headlines for his apparent career speedrun, announcing that he was considering retiring from music just a week after he released his debut album, We Love You Tecca. Surprising to a lot of fans because he was having quite a lot of success, with his most viewed video having over 250 million views. But before Tecca was considering a new career path, he was wrapped up in a beef with fellow up-and-coming rapper Lil Mosey. In November of 2019, Mosey was on Instagram Live when one of his fans suggested that he contact Lil Tecca in hopes of a collaborative song. Mosey responded negatively, telling the fan that he should, quote, never mention Tecca in my life again. Tecca seemed as unfazed by this as he does about his incredibly short career. The rapper posted a picture of 5 guys on his Instagram, with the caption, "If you want beef, go to Five Guys." When a hyped up crowd started a chant against Mosey at one of Tecca's shows later that month, he quieted the crowd, telling them, "No, that's not what we do here." I'm not quite sure what caused Mosey to dismiss the possibility of him collaborating with Tecca in such a disrespectful way, but it seems like quite the one-sided beef. To make things even more confusing, the two once took a picture together, so they were at least cordial at one point, and I'm guessing something behind the scenes caused them to have a rift. At number 4, we got Roddy Ricch versus Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez developed a reputation as a fire starter early in his career. He famously tried to initiate a beef with Drake, after voicing frustration that Drizzy had failed to give him support, despite the fact that they were both successful artists from Toronto. And while Tory seems to have calmed down as he settles into his role within hip-hop, that didn't stop him from getting momentarily caught up in a scuffle with Roddy Ricch. The whole beef started in 2019, when Roddy Ricch accused Tory of biting his style on Tory's song, "Watch for Your Soul." The two songs have similar beats and similar subject matter, which seemed to aggravate Roddy. He commented, "You can't bite no harder than this. I thought you was better than this." Tory quickly responded with a rather uncharacteristically calm Instagram post, in which he explains that he did in fact use Roddy's beat, but meant it as homage rather than a bite. The song was released for free, meaning that Tory broke no laws by utilizing the beat for a non-profit track. He continued to explain that Roddy's song "Die Young" had resonated with him, and he wanted to tell the story of his own friend that had passed away. Lanez said of the conflict, quote, "We are better than going on social media talking crazy and trying to get clout. You have my phone number and can call me as a man. I don't want to continue this here." It seems Roddy took Tory's post seriously, and the two have reportedly worked out their differences behind closed doors. Number 3, we got NBA YoungBoy versus Fredo Bang. The beef between NBA YoungBoy and fellow Baton Rouge rapper Fredo Bang is a lot more serious than most of the other entries on this list, and is one of the few that have unfortunately resulted in violence. The beef between YoungBoy and Fredo began years ago, over another rapper named Jxmmi. YoungBoy and Jxmmi had apparently been friends, but around 2017, their relationship turned sour when Jxmmi released a song that had some insulting lines aimed at YoungBoy's sister. Things worsened when Jxmmi was killed in a shooting. Sources close to the rappers indicated that Fredo, a close friend of Jxmmi, had long suspected that YoungBoy was in some way connected to the death of his friend. Fredo's vendetta against YoungBoy continued, and after insulting the rapper's mom, one of Fredo's associates was found dead about a month later. Though no official ruling has verified the NBA crew's involvement in the case, this incident worsened relationships between the two camps. Fredo's suspicion of YoungBoy's involvement in Jxmmi's death were only intensified when one of YoungBoy's associates was arrested in 2019 and formally charged with the shooting death of Jxmmi. The feud between YoungBoy and Fredo is mostly speculation. Many posit that a shooting aimed at YoungBoy in May of 2019 was initiated by Fredo's team. Though this has not been confirmed, the altercation left one innocent man dead and another civilian wounded. Fredo's involvement in the incident has not been officially confirmed, but many have been heavily speculated. It's hard to fully examine this beef, since many of the incidents believed to be a part of it have not been officially proven. But unfortunately, it seems like the violence may have come to an end. The two seem to be working towards reconciling their issues as early as the end of 2019, and as of March of 2020, Fredo went on record to indicate that he would be open to collaborating with YoungBoy. At number 2, there's Lil Tjay versus A Boogie. When you think about the long-coveted title King of New York, neither Lil Tjay or A Boogie with the Hoodie are likely to be the first candidates to spring to mind. However, claiming the title that was once proudly held by Nas is exactly what led to a beef between the two New York rappers. In May of 2020, Tjay released a promotional post for his upcoming album, crowning himself the King of New York, while simultaneously taking shots at both Tekashi 6ix9ine and A Boogie with the Hoodie. The diss was immediately responded to by one of A Boogie's High Bridge label mates, Don Q. Though A Boogie initially stayed out of the beef, Tjay continued to try to start problems. He made several more posts, targeting Boogie's sound and even the mother of his child, claiming he had an affair with a woman while he was still involved with A Boogie. The woman took to Twitter to immediately shut this idea down. Recently, Tjay went to Boogie's neighborhood Highbridge, which is in Bronx, New York, and filmed a music video. This was followed by Tjay posting a video of him having one of Boogie's diamond chains, and then finally another video released of Tjay getting jumped by a group of men. There's no telling what could happen next between these two, but one thing I will say is that A Boogie doesn't really seem to be taking it very seriously, and that's why you haven't really heard him speak on the situation. And finally, at number 1, we have Lil Uzi Vert versus Playboi Carti. If rap was an episode of Friends, it seems like Lil Uzi Vert and Playboi Carti would be Ross and Rachel. The two have had a long-standing on-again, off-again relationship that has created a complicated history. Around 2017, they were clearly buddies and frequent collaborators on tracks, releasing songs like Lookin' and Woke Up Like This. The two frequently promoted each other's work on Twitter and spoke positively of one another in interviews. However, after rumors of a highly anticipated collaborative project seemed to have been dispelled, another set of rumors popped up that the two were on bad terms. During a question and answer on Twitter in 2019, Uzi simply answered no when he was asked if he was still on good terms with Carti. He would later clarify that he had gone on different routes. Despite this, Uzi would later deny any beef between the two, even hinting that he was ready to drop music that the two had worked on if Carti would okay it. But after poking fun at Carti's new single, At Me, it seemed like the two really were on bad terms. That is, until they both mysteriously simultaneously tweeted the same message, which simply read Monday. Though nothing happened when that Monday rolled around, the two threw another curveball this past April when they showed each other love on Twitter. Confused yet? Well, join the club. Take a look at the evidence and decide for yourself whether these two are really beefing at all. But it doesn't help that they're both known for being pretty mysterious and unpredictable artists. Did any of these feuds surprise you? Do you think new rappers beef more than older rappers? Let me know in the comment section. And before you leave, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel.